Well, hello, heroes. Welcome this week. This week, I want to welcome all of you heroes into the arena. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a moment. The reason that I had the idea or knew that this was the thing I wanted to talk about this week is because of the fact that this summer, my son and I have been going through different movies that we want to watch. We do it during the year as well. For obvious reasons, because of my background as an actor and a director and a producer, I have a love of cinema, a love of movies. There's all kinds of stuff that's going on right now, business-wise, as far as the writer's strike, and also now SAG-AFTRA, a union I'm also a member of, is striking as well. So it's just kind of in the air at the moment. But I have this love for watching movies with my son. And we have been trying to go through different ones. Whenever I see one that I know, I want to watch that one with him, or he's old enough that now I can watch this with him and discuss it with him. One of the ones that we ended up doing just in the last 2 weeks is the movie Gladiator. He started to become aware of Russell Crowe and other things that he had done. And I was like, well, you really need to watch Gladiator if you want to see him kind of at his peak as far as his star power and everything like that. And I also have a love, anyone that listens to this podcast knows, I have a love for the tenets of stoicism, of courage and wisdom and moderation, leadership, and using stoic virtues in order to lead me in my business and also for me to be a leader of my family. And all of these things kind of come together because that's about Rome, and you've got Gladiator, you've got Russell Crowe, you've got all these things going on. But there were these specific scenes, and there's one in particular where Russell Crowe is in the arena and he's shouting up at the crowd, "Are you not amused? Are you not amused?" To all of the people that are watching him fight, that are watching him get bloody and dirty and sweaty and fight for his life. And I can't think of a more apropos comparison to what it feels like for us as entrepreneurs sometimes, especially when it's harsher economic conditions, what it feels like we are going into the arena for battle sometimes. And right now, I've definitely had those moments, and I am talking with customers in particular. I was talking with another colleague today, and he said, I feel like it's not just me who's struggling right now. And I told him, that is so correct. Absolutely. None of us want to admit in front of our colleagues and in front of people that we care about their opinions that our business may be struggling right now, that it's not as easy as it was just a couple of years ago, that customers don't seem to be buying right now. It's happening everywhere, but no one wants to talk about it because it's like if you talk about it and you say the word recession too loud, it'll catch on and it'll make it worse or something. It's this really weird phenomenon that I've noticed, not just right now, but also as an entrepreneur and business owner, now that I've had sold several businesses and run several businesses and been in different capacities of running entrepreneurial enterprises. These things are cyclical. They come and go. But it's interesting to me from a human behavior standpoint that we pretend that it's not, because it's like if you say it out loud that it becomes real, even though it already is real for a lot of people. But one of the things that I want to make sure we're not doing is being those spectators in the audience that the gladiators are performing for, that we aren't doing that from a business perspective, that as leaders of our own businesses, we are not putting ourselves in a passive position where we have become spectators and we just hope things work out for our business, that we expect other things to work themselves out, because that's not the way it works, right? Now, this whole Gladiator, this whole thing is very succinctly summarized in a speech that Teddy Roosevelt, an American president, gave. And it has been used by one of my favorite people as well, Brene Brown. She uses it when Daring Greatly is one of the books that she has titled, and one of the books that lots of people have read. And it's actually from a very famous speech from Theodore Roosevelt. And I'll read it for you here now, and we can talk a little bit about it. But he gave this speech while he was touring Europe. And it was so popular that it's been used so many times over and over again. And I find for myself as an entrepreneur, it's extremely inspiring because it can feel this way sometimes. So here it is. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that in his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. And I don't know about you, but that just hits me in the chest every time that I read it to myself or I read it out loud, because so many of those emotions go through us as entrepreneurs, don't they? As business leaders, as leaders of people, we will screw things up. We will get bloody. We will get sweaty. We won't know sometimes whether we should have our team turn left or right. And we have to go with the information we have at the moment and a bit of our gut and just go, because just staying still won't get us anywhere. We'll be like one of those people one of those timid souls, as Roosevelt talks about, who never know victory or defeat because they never got in the damn arena. So I want to encourage you, to challenge you. If you were in the arena right now, great. But if you found yourself fading into the stands because it just seems like you're getting beat up right now, that things are hard, I just want you to know that unless you're in the arena, you're not going to make progress. And there are going to be times that you screw up. There are going to be times when you think your story was supposed to be one way and it turns out it needs to be another way. And that might be painful, but it's an opportunity for you to grow and to become a different version of your future self. Be open to the fact that the arena might cause some things to happen that you weren't expecting to happen. You thought your adversary was going to come out that door, but actually it's a bunch of lions out that door. Or there's an opportunity for you to pick up a new tool here, a sword, a spear, whatever it is, in order to get more business that maybe you didn't realize was going to be the way that happened. But it's there laying at your feet now. So pick it up and maybe move towards it. So I want to encourage all of you that are feeling beat up right now, not to quit. You are in the arena. You are one of my people. You are there. You're getting hit hard sometimes, but you also, unless you are in that arena, like Roosevelt was saying there, unless you spend the time doing those devotions might be in the form of picking up the phone and talking to someone when you're not feeling it, or when you feel like you've been shut down 3 or 4 more times earlier today. It takes bravery to keep picking up that phone or sending those emails or talking with potential clients, with coming up with ideas that might not hit. But being in that arena, that is the only way that you will feel that high of achievement. And sometimes it will be that low of failure. But the people in the stands that have opinions about how we should be doing things and how we should have done things differently when we fall down or we screw up, and you're hearing people talk about how you should have done it differently, social media, whatever. Those people aren't in the arena. I don't care about their opinion because it doesn't matter. Because unless they're in the arena too, their own arena or in my arena, I don't care about their opinion. And I would challenge you to maybe start thinking around the same lines. If you have those thoughts of what will they think if I screw up? What will they think if I don't get this right? What will I think about myself? Just realize that it doesn't matter. You need to be in the arena and you need to be fighting, getting bloody and sweaty in order to have what you need to get to victory. So I want to leave you with that today. This isn't a long one today. It's that I know that a lot of you are battling right now. Entrepreneurs and small business owners in particular, you are fighting every single day to keep your doors open, to make sure that your employees get paychecks. And I see you. And I feel what you're going through because I'm in the arena too. And I want you to know that we're in this together. And if you are one of those SAG-AFTRA people right now on strike, if you are from the Writers Guild and you're on strike as well, I see you. I see your creativity. I see your worth, and you are in the arena, and I support you. You are worth every single dollar, every single opportunity that's coming your way, and I appreciate you. Have a fantastic week, my friends. Get in that arena and feel a sense of honor that you are tough enough and you are made of the kind of stuff that can plant themselves in that arena and say, I'm here for the victories, for the failures, in order to get to where I want to go, in order to write the story that I want for my life. Because unless you're in the arena, you're never going to become that future version of yourself, that future story that you want to get to. It doesn't happen in the stands. And for those other people in the stands that might be giving you grief, maybe toss them a little, are you not amused? Keep watching me fail. Keep watching me move closer and closer and closer to victory, because they're never going to feel it. Not if they stay in the stands. I'll talk to you soon, my friends. Have a fantastic week. Bye for now.